Hello, 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 hello. Welcome again. It is once again Tuesday, once again more Ace Attorney. Hello, Trick. And welcome to, and I know you're gonna go back to face stream in a moment, but I appreciate you stopping by. You can't hear him, but Ian says hi. We're still on the starting soon screen. I'll jump over. We're charging to breaking art. Oh, nice. That's good. Now you are audible. You want to say something? Both of you.
There you go.
I need
Hello,
to
Trick. And yes, get some food.
model. There we go. Yeah. Um. I would love it, Tricks. That would be absolutely awesome. Please do not overwork yourself, though. I know you have a surgery coming up soon, so don't don't overdo it. If you can, it'd be lovely. I was thinking of finding people to commission for it, though.
I feel like I should start doing something so I can actually earn my artist badge.
You have made art and DM'd it to me. Congratulations, you have an artist
Amazing. That's all it takes.
It will be taken away from you if I get enough other people making art, to be fair. I only get 5 of those.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's a decent amount of time, then. Oh, I hope you also take some time to just take care of yourself in that time. Anyway, intro significantly derailed. We're playing some Ace Attorney. This week I had the week off from work. There's going to be a lot more streams. I'll be streaming tomorrow and Thursday, and probably Friday as well. There'll be Ori and the Will of the Wisp for most of this week, and then there'll also be Ace Attorney on Thursday, and in the weekend we'll be playing Little Nightmares. So there'll be plenty streaming. There will be
I
plenty.
can't watch those streams. Those are on my queue. Play later.
Unfortunate. I appreciate anyone who stops by though. Drawing a silk cow. That's completely fair. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad you want to come watch. Anyway, we have in the middle of a case. We have just investigated the actual crime scene. So, oh, your PC has been moved to Wednesday. I see. Fair enough. So, I don't know what we're actually doing now. We got a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, we
A
got
lot is an understatement.
We got the jar, we got
evidence. We got
like 4 things. That's a lot by Ace Attorney.
Yeah,
Who's
where the
gonna
fuck are we gonna go?
Who's gonna do this without Fluffy?
Oh god.
I can do it if you want me to, but I was also the judge before. Might be a little.
You can take this one.
I'll take it. I'll do my best to do a deep South American accent if I need.
Like a foreigner.
Sheriff's back in the wild. Oh my god. Sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. This is the same as we already had. I'm not gonna do the voice if he has nothing to say.
Oh my god, again. I guess.
I think I have learned that I cannot do these Steve South accents. It's gonna be hard.
Weren't we waiting for Edgeworth to come back to his office or some shit?
Oh yeah, we need to go talk with Edgeworth. Thank you.
Okay, I thought I was tripping, but...
No, you're right. Oh, I don't want to talk.
Bye.
February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202. Oh, Jesus.
Oh god!
Guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
What the hell?
Is Edgeworth here?
They are standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh, he's mad. Right.
Yes, the host will bring him tea service.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? I am.
By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you.
Oh yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here.
Thank
I
you for
think
the
he was
head
trying to
tricks.
console. Oh, I think he was trying to console me somehow.
The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
From Mr.
Elg.
Edgeworth, I think this
Oh,
whole
it's up
thing is
here.
really-
What?
I thought you had deleted this.
No, I brought it back.
I
Well,
think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
guess we're gonna start the stream out strong with
Yeah, early bullying.
early bullying, yeah.
Oh my.
Why did I mute myself? Hello, Flavors. You're supposed to be able to hear me doing this. Okay. Open chairs item. Stretch a bit. And off we go. One,
He's on the floor.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It was in a different position for some reason, so I couldn't find it at first.
Oh yeah, it's on new, I don't know why.
I clicked it and now it moved to its correct spot.
It's because I disabled it and re-enabled it. So it shows up as a new regime.
And you disable it, you want bullying?
No, I disabled it because I had my fucking stomach muscles were hurting. And they still are a bit.
Fair.
So I put squats in instead because those I can do with stomach muscles hurting. But I can't do with push-ups. Gonna be honest, if I get too many of the streams, I'm gonna turn it back off.
Yeah, I'm not doing more than one stream, self-imposing that rule.
That's
I
right.
like him as glasses too.
They are nice, yeah.
Hi, Edgeworth.
Really rough.
How upset are you?
So, how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however.
Something happened.
They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department?
The man is guilty? I don't think Edgeworth is guilty. Not yet, anyway. Hello, Carrie. Hope you're having a good one.
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Scams.
Ah, great.
I can do nothing but wait for his results.
We're all guilty of something. Question is what? I see.
Why, I ask you, why?
You're right, they're all guilty of being idiots, that's for sure. They are guilty till proven innocent in this court specifically, and only if you're the original defendant. If you are ever implicated during the trial, you are innocent until proven guilty. It's only the original defendant they are guilty until proven innocent.
Yep.
And not only that, they're going to until someone else is proven guilty. During their trial. No other trials, just the one.
For so long I've done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still,
Oh, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh. What do we have to show you? This?
look at this shit. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on the case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea?
Actually, I kinda do. I'll pass on the tea, just tell me about the case.
Phoenix,
Big
you wouldn't
enough.
pass on the tea with anything when it comes to Edgeworth.
Guess what I'm having right now?
Biscuits.
No, tea.
Oh.
Daft idiot.
Mr. Bright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on anyway? If I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him.
Which one?
What the fuck is...
There's like a million of them.
You think even after they're proven innocent, they're still guilty, Carrie? You would make an excellent prosecutor. You'll fit right in.
Oh! Sorry, I know
yeah.
what we're showing him, I think.
Sure.
The ID report that reported people going into the evidence room, his number was on there.
Oh yeah, that's true. We need to show that. We are on the DLC case of the first game, which was released after the other two games. So we are almost through the first game.
Yeah, and then we're going into Justice for All, I believe.
Somehow it's still gonna be like 3 more streams before this case is done, I can tell.
Oh yeah. That'll take a while. There are 3 games. This is a trilogy. So once we're done with this, it's Justice for Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, and I don't remember what the third one is called.
It's Trials and Tribulations, the third one.
There you go. Ian knows this shit.
Yes, I like the games.
Alright, I better check this now.
As I was saying, I
I love the collab content too, Trex. It is very fun to have other people.
I mean, I might get busier later down the year, so I'll have to
That's-
see about that.
That's completely fair.
what's this record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gantnalas. Why is this man
okay.
showing up every time?
So we are just framing Edgeworth, in other words.
And why is his hair made out of ice cream?
If it's framing, I don't think it's just Edgeworth at play anymore then. Because I remember who's in jail right now. It's fucking Lana, of all people.
Yeah, but I think she's taking the fall for Edgeworth because the evidence is stacking up against him.
The accused has had like 5 minutes of screen time so far.
True enough.
Wrong. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief was never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Oh, oops.
Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
I don't know if I agree that he looks like a wheat dealer. I think Gant just looks like an eccentric. I guess that is what a wheat dealer looks like.
A weed dealer, that is something.
Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Screwdriver. Okay.
Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
Can I ask you about it though?
Right, please, okay. He said, fuck off. Either that or... Oh, what the
We have
fuck?
some other strong evidence to show him. Maybe the stuff that implicates him? No,
It has to be something new, I'm guessing.
probably.
Although I don't know.
Half-written documented can be... I don't think it's this. No. I don't think there is anything. Like not the type who sells you $20 worth of sub. Oh, in that way. I see, the guy who's figured out and just deals the weed, but he doesn't partake in it. I get your idea. I can kind of see that. No, he doesn't know anything to say about that. I don't think there's much I can show him then.
Do we have to get Gant now because of the screwdriver? What the fuck is this?
Maybe. Maybe someone else. Oh, you're gone now.
Oh, she's gone. Okay, so something
Good.
happened. Oh, this motherfucker.
You know anything about that? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Ah, this is
No idea. Fuck off.
His fucking face.
That's fine. We don't have to talk to him. I assume there wasn't anything here, but
Badger isn't dancing.
He's
Red
gone.
alert.
he's also gone. Yeah.
What
I
is
feel like it was
happening?
something we had to show Edgeworth then. Yeah, there's no one around.
I mean, did you the game literally told you to show something to him? I don't know if you did yet.
He did, he showed the ID and then we got the screwdriver. I'm guessing we have to show something else.
There's probably something else as well.
It can't be the fucking Thatcher, it can't...
What's the deal with the screwdriver, by the way?
The screwdriver is connected to another case, something Gant asked him to check out. Evidence of Park case of Edgeworth brought back to his office by Gant's request.
Oh, I guess examine it. Is it
Oh, I
gonna
haven't done that yet.
It has a case number on it. which
Yeah.
is relevant.
AI 16.
The text says AI 16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows, this might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice? Oh no.
No, no, Carrie, no, no.
I don't think they want to see the case get any longer. And I think
No.
I know what kind of idea you have. The answer is apparently no.
No.
No. This case is already long as it is.
I'm gonna be in my grave by the time this case is over.
Present him the fucked up knife or something, because it's SL9.
Maybe. It was shown in court though. Oh,
Oh,
never mind. Sorry.
okay, because he kept talking about the case 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Wow.
Democracy has failed you. Isn't it wonderful?
I mean, what was the implication? If it's bullying Belks in some way, I can approve that.
I'm pretty sure it's redeeming push-ups.
Yep. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we can actually talk about it.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago.
Wacky old cool.
Wacky old crew, wow. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Emma. What
Yeah,
do you
he is a human being, Emma.
Nah, pretty sure he's a robot.
Totally.
Fair. What I want to know is why a deputy chief of police. I was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. It's a serial killing.
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't...
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just say Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints!
Oh, well, that is useful.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. Have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Look at the smile. Ashworth, really?
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gonshu as well? No.
He wouldn't know what to do.
Don't. That's a bad idea.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere.
Oh, we know where that is.
Yeah, we are going back.
Everyone just peaced out, though.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I really hope they improve navigation for the next game, because it's a little painful.
Oh boy, do I got news for you.
Spoiler time.
They didn't. The same
Nope.
thing. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, there's blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use this secret weapon we just borrowed. Please give me missile back.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
Really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger.
I mean, it's one of these two. Probably the thumb because that's the clearest one.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkled the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter, see? We're fall breaking.
It looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once that powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With E. Exciting, I know.
Thank God.
I love
Imagine you're pulling
tutorials.
out-
I remember I did this. I had to blow into my microphone.
Imagine you're blowing out the candles on the birthday cake, see?
Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some time getting used to. Well,
It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and then blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I better give it a try. This is just cocaine.
No.
Not a cocaine.
Lots
That's why I was thinking about saying it, but didn't say it. Doesn't give you the right to say.
Yes, it does.
You
What
did
the
it, you found one.
Where?
Everywhere. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we're wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. Alright, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely,
Uh-huh.
it sounds like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside of a blood. Yes, thank you.
Not to mention we have even more.
I'm literally just supposed to spread it as much as possible because I can't see anything about the fucking where the print is. Guess you're supposed to spread it and then press E to get it away.
Thank God they don't make you blow into the microphone. I had to do that. I'm sure it was fun for you.
Getting a print so
Hilarious.
clear it's dazzling.
Dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet. This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. Then point out the person you think left these prints.
How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. A bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker?
Gumshoe. He's 30 years old.
Oh yeah, you might as well take the time to look at their age while we're at it.
This guy's 65.
Lana's 29. What should be old?
Wasn't the last case like 15 years ago? That doesn't add up.
Wait.
Oh,
what
it
case?
can't have been because Goodman, Marshall, and Angel were all on it. So Angel would have been 16. Doesn't make sense.
Wait, no, the SL9 case was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't even look at the fingerprint in the right side. Of course, the cop is 22, looking like he's a. Damn. You're not wrong, but damn.
Poor Gumshoe, he's just a sweet little himbo.
I think he was talking about me.
Little.
A sweet little himbo, yes.
There's nothing little about Gumshoe.
No, he's a.
Except his brain.
Oh my lord, I don't mean in that sense. Let me like Gumshoe, shush.
Hey, I
he,
like
he
Gumshoe.
means it another way.
Yeah. Aha. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. His face is even angry on the portrait, that's funny.
He heard you.
Yeah. Dot dot dot.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess it's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there's one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
I know what it is.
I don't fucking remember where it was though.
Send it up here somewhere.
Slide again. Actually, is it on the floor plans? Because
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it was one of those lockers.
yeah.
Oh, this is not the right floor plans.
Oh, but, I'm glad you looked at that though. There's prints on that phone. And yeah, look at it. There's another print on the first locker.
There's prints on what?
On the first locker.
No, I bet
That
you.
one.
This is where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right?
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this?
There go her eyes sparkling again. Right, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. But I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is right high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find the prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. I mean, there's supposed to be prints here and here then. If that's what they mean. If the rest is wiped away, then that's not reprint. I gave it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
It doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then. Do they actually want a bloody finger, or what the fuck are they asking? I'm a little confused.
Maybe. No,
Oh
they
wait,
don't.
no, never mind.
There's one here, and then there's a thumb
I'm guessing
somewhere.
the one
So
I'm guessing the one that's like closest to the bloody hand.
probably. I thought that was what we had already. I thought the what I got was that finger and that, but like, apparently that was a thumb. Yep.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, the thumb was bloody in that handprint, right?
And I think that was a little finger. Like,
That looked like thumb to me.
it could be very dumb. It's not Damon's. And we can see either. It's Jake Marshall.
Interesting.
Comparing,
Compare.
analyzing.
Match
The
found.
sound effect is so familiar to me, but I can't pinpoint where it's from.
No, that looks like it's little finger to me, but I can see what you mean with it
Actually,
being...
now that you no, I'm
I can't tell if that's a left or right handprint.
Now that I look at it, it doesn't look like either.
Yeah, it looks weird. Like, that's a very far up top thumb if it is. But it's also a very far down little finger, so I don't know.
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall.
On a bloody handprint left in the evidence room with printed white.
That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. I mean, this could be his locker, you know. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Yeah, I was gonna say that blood is the problem, even if it's his locker.
That is true.
Oh.
So, we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white bloodstain.
But why would Officer Marshall...
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. Guess this is what you would call decisive evidence.
No, it's not decisive evidence.
It doesn't really prove anything other than he left a bloody fingerprint on what is possibly
Yeah,
his own locker.
It's evidence, but undecisive. He did something.
Could be entirely unrelated.
I don't believe it. No.
We continued. Right. Finally get back into the courtroom.
Oh no.
I think it's a right hand.
Finally back into the courtroom. Oh no.
Yeah, I think it was a right hand too, Kerry. That would make sense to me. But the placement of the fingers, or where I could interact with the fingers, didn't make any sense for it to be a right hand print. I think Crab is actually right and it's a left hand print.
I mean, at first I was convinced it's a thumb, but when I looked at it, it didn't make sense to be thumb or the little finger.
Yeah,
so
neither
I'm
makes
just
sense.
throwing my hands in the air.
He's just a freak of nature. Thank you for the head pat, Ian. They are very nice and cozy.
Yeah.
And thank you for the posture check. I wasn't really shrimping, but I'll take the chance to just roll my shoulders a bit. sit back in the chair and move it into the table. February
Just
24th.
slouch.
And I'll slouch a bit. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, defendant journey lobby number 2.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all.
Oh,
I have to find this voice again for... The victim... The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested in each of the crime scenes.
Lana.
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope I didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
Entire night? The fuck?
Long-ass interview.
Yeah, apparently. So, how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
But Lana, don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
I mean, she's not saying no.
Yeah. February 24th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom 9. I'm gonna have a lot of voices here, I think.
Oh yeah. Let's accuse the partner.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is...
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
Okay, yeah, sure. Start. But that's not physically possible, is it? Oh, he cloned himself and was in both places. We had 2 bodies. What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Atrop's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
How did we even determine that anyone died in the evidence room?
This is the most shoot-in recap ever produced.
Not wrong. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Etros apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
Damn.
Wow.
Got him. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
Phoenix, you do the same sometimes.
Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired in the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls...
Thank you for the stretch, Trix. I'll get up and stretch. And I'll take off my headset, because it tends to get tangled if I don't.
That is not ideal.
Oh, good lord. Oh, that felt great. That felt great.
There he is. There's the lad.
Yeah, I was gone all of like 5 seconds. Missed me?
Yay. Yes.
Ah, well.
Get fucked. The suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go.
Aren't they?
Apparently for them it is. Oh.
Oh my god. It's Meekins.
Will the witness, sorry, that face. Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. Occupation is, I would be murder, sir.
Sure. Okay.
Weekends.
So you're telling us you're a professional? You're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir.
I did not miss that sound.
Yep, same.
I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. Personal actions adults can't possibly comprehend. I'm a rebel.
He's a rebel. Someone stop him. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir.
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us a report of the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
Jesus Christ.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
I think I can. Alright,
I
Nico,
will.
sir.
Oh, it's not my normal duty. I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. Suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, and I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto the others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. Jesus.
We, in the Meekins family, we, stand preemptive murder. I see. And you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Thank you for the nod. I don't know why I didn't hear it.
Sir. Not.
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 Nod. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with.
Oh,
You just-
so I guess press is no
Yeah,
and
you just have to
everything.
press.
Press his knife chin.
What is it here?
What do you mean you did it, bitch?
What exactly do you mean when you said you did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife.
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
I see. He must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew,
Yes.
punched me right in my face, sir. Sounds like he was getting beat up.
It sounds like you're getting fucked up, not him.
Yeah. And about what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
You could have asked whoever smacked you punches again? Oh, right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying, tears of pain.
But nice. I mean, it's nice you covered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sure, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir.
No, this fucking.
I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Oh no, it's gonna be actual evidence. That's why there's a handprint on it, because we have to fucking dust it at some point. Well, we can all rest easy now.
This is what he was telling us yesterday.
Well, we need to try and skim some more details from him. Starters, what was an officer from General Affairs Department doing there in the first place?
Right, let's press him for all he's worth. That sounded weird. Yeah, why?
Sometimes I
You
just
were
have to
assigned him.
hold back the dirty jokes. Although I'm not, no. Mr. Meekings, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Oh god.
Oh no, I can't go. Yikes, now that's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers was given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
In charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Stop laughing at him, Eon.
The Blue Badger.
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. Why are you laughing at
Why
him?
do we have to see the
Something
dance?
funny?
It's that stupid sprite every time he puts his...
Something funny?
Yes.
Yes.
Also this cursed thing.
I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process, yet it's fucking broken. Sole mission for the day, sir.
Looks like Belga actually a little bit.
No, it does not.
If you squint, it does.
Looks like
If
you,
you,
Eon, if
if
anyone.
you squint and close one eye and stand on your head and turn around, and it does, yeah.
Oh my god.
Carrie,
You don't get the nightmare value, it looks normal.
Carrie, you care to explain why you are going to be seeing that thing in my nightmares? What are you doing in my
Yeah.
nightmares?
He's in your head.
Why are you in my head? Please get out of there. It is not a good place for you to be. I promise you. I see. Sounds like a very important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. Got something to say, Ian?
Leave me alone.
Leave him alone! I don't even like this character, but leave him the fuck alone.
Oh, I said
Yeah.
leave me alone.
No.
And I'm saying leave him alone.
Just assuming you're in them too, by default. Yeah, Carrie, you're in all my dreams. They're all nightmares, unfortunately. But you are in them.
Relocated to Blue.
You said enough. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen, and now this is...
Yeah. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right around here in my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
There it is. I found it. This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Please, it's pretty. Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
I see. But the number 4989-596 is shown being used twice.
Please explain, witness. That is weird.
It's no real mystery, sir. First time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I'd like to be able to remove the text box so I can see what it says time-wise there, because I'm pretty sure that doesn't...
It's 5:14.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. I see. So it was during that second time, then?
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Did the tidy roll here? Right, we'll just have a look at that one. But yeah, that doesn't match with the time he said he was walking back up. That's probably the least of our concerns. Let's see what he has to say here. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir. A knife.
It's just attacked by a knife. Nothing else, no person behind it, just the knife.
He tripped on a knife.
Yep.
And lost.
So I just tripped on it. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
What do you mean by that? That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him.
How am I
Ow.
not supposed to laugh at this? Like,
That's how I got the gash on my hand.
maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be.
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point. Yes, Officer Mickens?
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Kent delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
Okay, we got more surprise evidence.
Why is Gant delivering it to him? The chief?
Delivered? What is that? A videotape.
Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir.
I'm very proud of the judge for actually knowing what a videotape is. He has come a
I'm
long
not.
way. You know, it's small steps, crap. You gotta accept that.
I'm not gonna show pride for doing his, like, having expected behavior.
Alright then, fair enough.
Dang, it's footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
Jesus. That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department's as good as ever.
What the fuck?
Well then, let's have a look. Show us a video of you murdering the victim.
Please stop using that word murder, sir, even though I used it frame 1 when I entered this trial room. Scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Yeah.
Put Five Nights at Freddy's ambience over this right now.
No! Oh, you can see the time too, look at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Oh. Hi.
3D.
Wow, the technology. Oh, there's a glove.
Love how his hand got stuck. Did you see that? What the fuck? Oh.
Oh, there's Meekins, yeah.
Oh.
We don't actually get to see the murder.
Why do we have a panning camera like this?
Good question. Because they're cheap and didn't want to buy multiples.
Where the fuck
Me-
did Goodman go?
Alright, how did we determine he murdered anyone?
Yeah. I don't think
Goodman's
this
vanished.
proves anything. Oh, there's
How
a piece
is he accused of any murder? How did we determine this man died in that room?
Yeah.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? Me
That's
too,
fresh.
George. Me too, George.
Same. What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
So, that's the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
It
Why
wasn't
am
a
I-
fucking winner.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Oh, okay. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity took place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice.
Even though it clearly contradicts the footage. Yeah, sure.
Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir, as you wish, sir.
Face.
You're never not gonna laugh.
Oh, fucking mean. Jeez.
He's like, look at this cookie.
How do you feel if every time I saw your face, I would just giggle?
I'm doing
That's
this.
right, and
talking of Jim.
funny. He's doing a thing where he's like, that cookie looks so delicious.
And what if I did that kind of language, like, ooh, your face looks like, ooh, I can love cookies.
Oh my god, you're acting. You're acting as if I'm making fun of you. Are you Meekins? Are you Meekins?
We have learned
Just
that
because, I
Krabs is
can,
Meekins.
just because I can identify a little, okay?
You identify. You
A
know
little bit.
what? I'm not
She's
gonna say a
stupid.
word. Stop!
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Goodman's fingerprints to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. It must be him,
Oh,
no one else could have unlocked it. Okay, how did we still come to the conclusion that he died there?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. What's
Not
this
to mention
about?
there's something very wrong with that.
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. Those locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to be Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. Everything begins to contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Hello. Iced your pancake.
Yeah, let's see. About these lockers. Is there no other way to open them?
Sir, I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They don't respond to registered fingerprints, sir.
Why did you try to open them?
Yeah, what is this?
I wonder what kind of methods he tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which would respond to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir, and this too.
I mean, I'm not denying that, but it seems very likely. Sure.
That's probably fine.
I mean, you can't determine if that's even factual, because just don't believe it's Goodman. Does it make sense?
How do you know that information?
There's rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir.
Ah, yes. People in the know about whose locker is whose. People in the know.
Workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
Very
Oh,
relevant to the case.
Meekins, you sweet summer child, my lord.
You will have plenty of romantic troubles.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint.
It must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to do it in this part.
I'm thinking
I mean, I just see his face and text and I go, duh.
I'm thinking we have to check that tape.
Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? The face of a man who attacked you with a knife.
If you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the...
The latter. But you were standing right in front of him. Were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see.
Where are you looking at instead, Meekins?
To the sky, pondering life. And apparently cookies and pancakes.
Apparently.
Cookies and pancakes, yes, and donuts.
Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer.
Still, I'm sure it was him. I put my badge on it.
Not worth much. Let's see.
That means you would be assaulting every single witness, and I would be all for that.
Can we start beating him? Feel like should be allowed to beat a witness. Doesn't speak like it. I believe that's called badgering the witness.
Which
Yes.
we do regularly here.
Which we do regularly, so yes, we can beat him up. I would like to as well. But you don't know that for
No.
sure, do you?
Don't beat up Meekins.
You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen what you... Okay,
is
yeah, beat him
this?
up, beat him up.
No, don't beat him up. He's just,
Please
he's
beat
just,
him up.
he's just, you know, troubled. It's fine.
Since his face can't be identified in video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Oh, I wonder why.
I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Please shut the fuck up, Meekins.
Meekins.
That's a good one.
Sorry,
Yeah. If I was cleaning my fist as going in the general direction of your face, I would go and say both. Oh, it's a bad idea to take a sip of water.
I'm crying. I'm so...
Okay, yeah.
Having been shown a questionable video at best, you're not in the best of moods. Oh my god.
You're good?
Now please be more certain when you testify.
Alright, Carrie.
Yes, sir.
Best moment to do it when I'm dying of laughter. Yep. Yep.
Oh. I'm still crying. I need a drink, Father. Oh, Jesus. Is he saluting with 3 fingers and then the 2 fingers up, or am I tripping?
I think my,
The fuck? Is he 4-fingered cartoon?
I was gonna say, like, am I stupid? Like, is he just some, like, is he somehow saluting with 2 fingers up and 3 fingers, like, knocked next to the forehead?
Okay, so his thumb is like bent there. I don't know where his little finger is though.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Just
Oh, my stomach
separated
is not
it.
letting me do this. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Give me a moment, it might be the socks.
Yeah, but why is the pinky bent? I'm trying to recreate it right now and nothing makes sense.
I don't know. I'm trying to do it and it's not working. I just now noticed because, you know, his face is just funny, so I was looking and then I noticed the hand.
Why is his face funny? Break it down.
I don't have to break it down. His chin is shaped like a fucking
He's a
geometrical
goddamn Chad with that jawline.
He really does have the Giga Chad like chin though.
I need to find if anyone's made that edit.
Poor dude.
Well, part of the issue was the socks.
Yeah, but we were talking about his salute. Do you see what's going on up there? There's only 3 fingers. What the fuck? Like, is he bending the other one?
He
to
has
be
them.
with the thumb?
He has them both in the inside of his palm. It's fairly normal in a scout salute.
Bending the inside of the palm, but
Yeah, you've never done a salute before?
I've done a salute. I can't bend my.
Yeah, no, I
Because-
agree with Ian. What is this?
Bend
I'm
your,
trying to do it.
bend your little finger down, just normally into the palm of your hand, and then cross it with your thumb.
That hurts my hand.
Why does it hurt your hand? You don't have to bend it
I'm
completely
doing
down.
it. I'm doing it, but the problem is that like on that image, it literally looks like it's his pinky.
Yeah, he is bending his pinky down. You can't see it because it's slightly off screen. This is normal.
No, like on the fingers, it looks like one of the fingers is the pinky.
This is
To
his...
make it not to make it not hurt my hand, that would mean his pinky would be slightly showing.
This is his...
If I'm trying to recreate it like it's here, I can't bend it so much that it hurts my hand.
This is right hand. So I have to overlay it like that. So that's his thumb. You can barely see at the top.
No, I see the thumb. I see the
Yeah.
thumb.
His pinky is just off screen. He has it bent down into the palm. I don't know how you can. How you can.
I mean, I can do it without pain, but it would mean that his pinky would be showing. And if I
I'm
try to
looking
make
up-
it so that the pinky would be hidden like here, then it hurts.
I'm looking up his sprites. I see it now.
Yeah. Carrie is correct. This is pretty much how you would do it.
Oh, it's off screen on the okay.
Yes,
so
it's
on
off
the
screen.
on the regular trilogy, it's actually not off screen.
Look at that. Like that. Except you can bend. When I do this, I bend the finger all the
Hey,
way
what
down.
the hell is that? That makes even less sense than what
No,
I thought
that
you
is
were
the
saying.
salute. That is the salute. That is what you.
I cannot do that at all. What the fuck?
You cannot bend your pinky like that. There's no
Not
way.
not without bending the finger also next to it. Like I'll have
Oh.
to curl my hand in a weird way otherwise.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that, no problem. I can bend it
Ah,
even further.
Oh, no, this is impossible.
Gonna delete it because
This is
that's a
not
picture of
possible.
Carrie, and I'm not having that just lying around.
Okay,
in
so
my
if I
storage.
have my thumb only there, bent like that, and my I try to do my pinky like that. Yeah, no, that's painful.
I might have some nerve damage. No, I don't. I've just
Why
always
is it not?
never had issues
Okay, that's
with-
the image. I put it on. Ignore that. I don't know why it's like that.
So you want me to download a picture of Meekin saluting? It doesn't work, by the way. I'll have to find another
What?
one, I think. I can't open it.
Hang on, let me see if I can.
This is a very good concept, by the way. You can't bend your finger without the entire
There you
hand.
go,
being-
I found
oh,
it.
okay. I think crab might have nerve damage. Okay.
It's a
Yeah,
little
that's-
easier with my left hand, if it's true.
It's
I-
it's okay. It's on the server.
I mean,
now.
with my right hand. I mean, with my right.
That is his right hand, so yeah, that makes sense.
No, that's his. Oh, I'm stupid.
You're stupid. Okay, fair enough.
I was so confused on what the fuck was going on.
I don't know what Clever is trying to say. Anyway, back on track.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Meekins is just the character that keeps on giving.
Sure.
You claim the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. That's the thing, wasn't it? Didn't we establish the locker was already open or something?
No, he opens it in the video, but there might have been something about that. What is it saying? Yeah,
I think we have to see the tape or something.
might be.
It's either that or... Yeah.
Only the sign detected prints can unlock it, indicated lamp lights when it's open.
Because on the tape we see him opening it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm wondering what that is.
I wanted to. Also, I'm gonna do the thing I said I would do if my stomach wasn't agreeing with doing the push-ups. Change his
Oh,
back
that's
real quick.
fair.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was actually feeling completely fine But as soon as I went down for the second set, my stomach was just no way, dude. But it's back to squats now. At least for the time being. There we go. Anyway. I don't think we pressed on this one. However, the most important detail is shown in this video. It's not shown in this video. The man's face. Thank you for the headpads here. Did it already play? And I just missed it?
It played, I saw it play.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't see the hand, so I was like, did it play at all?
If I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir.
What do you mean?
I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. It was his hand that tried to thrust the knife into my body, sir. And Settle State can testify enough to this case, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is. Unless the defense can find a problem with it.
He is just opening us up.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with the security video? I mean, there's several, but regarding the video contained in this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the responsibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? I don't think that's the case, but sure.
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
Why is he proposing this like it's a special thing? Duh!
Of course. You would want me to point it out. Very well. The proposal accepted. Let us
You may
further
now
inspect
marry.
this piece of I now pronounce you husband and husband. You may now kiss the groom. Congratulations, Edgeworth and Wright. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem with the video. It's the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
That sounds like a you issue.
The only thing I will say is that I remember this part being really finicky when pointing out things, so careful.
Fair
That
enough.
can be annoying.
How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
I remember one of the things was Stan getting also triggered at this.
You'd have that does not define it very well. I was triggered by a lot of things in these games. Also, I found the picture of the Meekins doing the hand. Yeah, I don't. That's
I
impossible.
put it on memes and whatever, like it's literally there.
No, that's impossible for me to do. I mean, I can do it, but not without also bending the. If I bend the thumb as well, then no.
The only thing I noticed there, he opened the.
I know
opened
what
the
it
thing
is.
and a paper fell out. Or
Oh, wait,
whatever.
that was a glove. That was a glove. I know exactly what we're looking at. Because I noticed this at the very end of the last. Like just this.
Oh.
That thing that's strange about this video? That's got to be this. This one is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about it. What could it mean?
Talking
Sorry
vaguely.
to interrupt, Mr. Wright,
Yeah, it's not it.
but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise.
The point.
What you are looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman.
But this indicates it because that's the code stuffed into the wrong locker. But sure. Oh, yeah. I almost right into the defense trap.
Place him under arrest, sir.
Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. No, what we'll do. Very well, let's try this again.
Just remote thing, blah blah blah. Oh.
So what else could it be? I mean, there's the thing falling out, but I think that...
Yeah, because like the fact that something fell out is making me think the thing was set up to already be open.
That's possible, yeah, true.
Is he opening it with gloves too?
No, that's a sand, right? Oh, actually, that might be gloves, yeah. Nope. Well, that wasn't it.
We have to pause when the fucking thing falls out? Like, what the fuck? I don't...
Maybe we have to pause and click on the very thing. Oh, this music is gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, I hate this.
Oh, I have to rewind a bit.
The glove falls out.
Is that it? No.
Oh my god.
Objection!
Objection. Hey, play it again. We have to find something in here.
So, a thing that says it's not Detective Goodman, or may not be.
It feels like it has to be the jacket, right?
It's either the jacket or the fact that he just opens the thing, but...
I'm just seeing if,
Oh! Wait a minute, go back... The fucking thing is lit up. Look at the light above the... Every other one is not lit. That
oh,
one's
you're
lit,
right,
which
you're right.
means-
Good spot. Good spot, good spot.
That's so hard to see in black and white, though.
Yeah. Think that's strange about God, please. Officer Meekins.
You mean me, sir?
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this.
They're really playing this music now?
Yep. When you grab the handle, the sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released.
In my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. This picture, aka the video.
Yeah, that's weird.
Jesus Christ, please, we don't need to see this entire thing again. Hey.
I will say though, I think the thing you pointed out isn't wrong either, the jacket or whatever.
I think the jacket is literally as much as proof, but whatever.
Yeah, it's probably coming up later, I'm guessing.
Then the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind a little earlier.
Phoenix!
Oh my fucking god.
Oh.
Phoenix.
Like, I get it, but
Going to strangle you.
this thing is gonna stare into my soul.
Yeah, notice the light. What's this? It's already lit.
Thank god it shut the fuck up.
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
God, what the hell is that?
Order? Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, the sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have been broken down.
Or just wasn't closed all the way.
I'm not an expert in this,
Oh.
which explains why the glove fell out, yeah.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut.
Okay,
Talking
that's-
about yourself?
Yeah, he actually is. That's kind of sad. Jesus.
Okay.
Just give us
Problem.
an opinion, it's fine.
Mr. White, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor, say. Something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well. Let's expect the videos up once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for it.
So now I'm thinking it's the glove that fell out. Because it
It
probably
absolutely
jammed.
is. Jesus Christ. If he's gonna do this slowly frame by frame again.
Enhance.
It just didn't let me. And I can't do that. Oh, I can do it per frame. Amazing. Please watch closely. This is a continuation of a part I showed you earlier. Oh my god, he's gonna start over.
Enhance!
No,
At least the music isn't playing.
Enhance.
We need the music. What's the point of that?
Enlarge.
We don't need the music. Shut the hell up. No.
Dun, 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 dun.
I hear
What's
Five
this?
Nights at Freddy's on this shit.
Something white fell out of the locker.
It kinda is.
Oh, what's this? Something white fell out of the locker? Oh,
How does he know it's white? It's black and white. You wouldn't know what color it is, Judge.
Yeah, it's white. It's on the white on the screen. Therefore, it's white.
You know what? Whatever. It's fine.
It's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened.
yeah, that's because you're an idiot.
I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my.
We can't be sure that the item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Oh.
Why do you have to add that?
I
Ooh,
am
this
so
would be-
sorry.
Oh,
I am in a I am in a weird mindset today.
today. Nice. Mhm. There it is. Whee!
Whee. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie.
Meekin, shut up.
2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's not in your goddamn uniform. How? Oh, closing.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit the door. I like how
They're
they're just
literally
cutting
interrupting
Meekins
it.
off. They're like, no, we don't talk with you.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. Oh, I didn't think about that part, I'm not gonna lie.
That is true.
It would need to be an insulator. That makes sense.
It's an insulator, but at the crime scene. This just might have been something that fits the description.
Sir, by insulator, you don't mean.
I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? The rubber glove. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure about what the victim's was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker.
In no way your camera was that high detail to catch that.
There's no way, not with these fucking lines on the screen. But that isn't the case. The land attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened the locker. Is that not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, gonna be a soul, sir.
Jesus Christ, that's scary.
Order, order, order. So we are to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
More Meekins. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke? Very well. Begin your testimony. Mr. Manson,
Yes.
Electric Boogaloo.
It's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Then someone else had the card. That's not pocket science.
An
Wayne.
ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why there were so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
That's new. Extremely violent cases involving police stuff.
That is quite a specific
Very
thing for
specific, yeah.
an entire room.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now, let's move on to the cross-examination.
Cross-examine the fuck out of him.
He's no more.
Why must use the ID card here? Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards?
Sir, it's guarded right next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping you out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck.
You are very smart, Meekings.
If there's a door closing, my ID.
Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony. The card used, there's a record of it. Detective used this card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked a man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Maybe he just panicked?
And drew a knife. Yep, sure, that makes sense. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
That's right, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got.
I don't exactly know where I'm supposed to use it though. Let it be noted that this record to the witness. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it, Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on it.
Oh.
Oh?
So it is, Your Honor.
Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Shh, don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee would want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. For Mr. Edgeworth, it must be so difficult for him.
What? He wasn't allowed to use the room or something?
Yes. I mean, aside from the fact that both of them are getting checked out at the same time, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's an accident. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. Oh, I guess maybe it was the right thing to do anyway. I just accidentally.
Nice.
Yes, this was all planned. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report. It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe there's something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order? Order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo!
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
Oh,
That news.
that is... well, I guess that's right. This is correct, yeah.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
And now it's me pointing. This isn't going to end well.
Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in the video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
Well, at least that kills my idea of it being the body was moved. Which then means the murder
I'm just confused. I'm just confused how this man originally was arrested and accused of a murder.
Yeah.
It's like more than half of the defendants, they just get fucking
So,
used for nothing. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Mrs. Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Trustworthy.
I mean, at least as a witness, right? We can discuss the...
Trustworthy.
We can adjust the adjectives at another point. At least it's a witness. Knew that testimony was too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. But a murder still took place. There's literally blood evidence.
That's what I'm confused. Why are they saying there's a murder that happened in this? There's no body. There's no way. They just found this guy unconscious and say, "Oh, you killed someone."
And a pool of blood.
Yes. Still no body.
That's fair enough. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amount of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Ashworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Oh no.
Mr. Wright, you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. Truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified. What is his or her name? I can actually choose anyone.
We summon Meekins.
I summon Meekins in defense position. Blind, there he is. I'm presenting Jake Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Ashworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. Court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this trial?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
Hi, girl.
February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant's Log number 2. There is no stopping you. Is that right? Huh? What do you mean? You call for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out.
Lana, you're the one who knows everything.
Emma.
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything else.
Nice
Cue the
talking
audience
to
clap.
you.
Love me a good gumshoe.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
What? Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
Good out of no, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, detective.
You better be, pal. Hey. Hey, I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh, ho 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 ho. It is right.
Does he have a crush on Lana? Is that what's going on here?
I don't know what my man is on, but I need some.
My apologies. My apologies, detective. Due to present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Would I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident?
But Lana, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Yeah, you might do well to read them.
Can't believe you. Chief Prosecutor, we're a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness. SL9 files? Joe Dark.
Joe Dark.
Joe Dark.
Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murderers. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me.
Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, the SSL9 incident, is that...
And that's the classification number of a police file on. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
That... Joe Dark... No. No, Lana. That's over with. No.
Oh,
Oh.
Emma, wait! She ran away.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere.
I'm just gonna split. Goodbye.
Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Kate Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Better take a good look at this, Kyle.
Yeah, we better look at it like pronto. Whatever
Hey,
that is important.
I'm doing my best to roll those R's. I don't know why she rolls R's, but she does. That is her speech trainer. Thank you for the head pads, Ian. February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Courtroom 9.
Okay, let's look at that thing before we forget. There's a lot of names in that thing.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. In the meantime, we will read through the entirety of the SL9. Oh, okay. Huh? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Incident SL9, closed, perpetrator Joe Dark, serial murder, sentence death. Victims Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeff Bates, Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check for that. I'll do just that. And then I'll stretch right after. Actually, I will stretch first because that requires me to stay.
Big old stretch.
Big old stretch.
Give me the blue Badger team over this.
Not as
No.
necessary last time, but still very appreciated.
I'd rather have fucking FNAF ambiance over the fucking Blue Badger.
I'll sit back down.
I should play FNAF World.
FNAF World?
Yes.
No, I played it. No.
Yes, it was unironically good.
It was unironically not good.
We love opinions. I like it.
Head
When
prosecutor
it
Miles
comes together.
Edgeworth. witness
There are
testimony,
no
evidence
wrong
log.
opinions, except that one.
I'm gonna slap you in the fucking face.
Executive investigators, Damon Kant and Lana Sky. So she was both a witness and an investigator?
An
That's a
executive one at that as well.
conflict of interest. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Investigators Jake Marshall and Angel Star. Also, Lana Sky is a fucking prosecutor, should not be an investigator, but you know.
Also possible conflict of interest with Jake, but we're not sure yet.
Yeah. Emma didn't come back.
Oh, one less voice for me. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Yeehaw!
Oh, dear
just trying
God.
to get in.
Hi. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Partner. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. Yeehaw. That's my name. If you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling now. I think I found it.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Howling wind. Never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
God.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Thank you,
Please.
Judge.
Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English.
He ain't gonna give us plain old English.
Nope. My job was to keep a very eye on that bone orchard. I said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room protected by 2 security systems anyhow. If I remember right, it was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
That was a bunch of gibberish.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks of the evidence log? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful.
He's not gonna good with machines or with following orders.
Everyone's got their weaknesses. Now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright. He's all yours.
For God.
I already... system. What are you doing at... What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even ageless steak lunches can beat the parlors of one gold sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Are all desperados eat tacos, partner? That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
He doesn't give a
That's
fuck.
strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says you not want to race with you? That's not bad, I guess. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my evidence locker was a goldmine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism. Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how the bike works. That's
Oh,
quite, incredible.
the sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? You already seen that? So, making the rounds?
It's
But
so
you-
vague, it's weird.
But you made your rounds on the day of a crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that I ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
What the fuck?
No desperado I know joins the police force. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of a crime? Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in that evidence room on the day. It was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid getting fired? How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved on the security camera monitor. The room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them. Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I erased a tape, it felt like I was erasing part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Okay. Do we have anything to present him that contradicts something here? This doesn't say his name on it, so it doesn't prove anything. But this does.
I'm thinking it's the next one where it says, yeah, when it went down.
I think it's this one, right? But it could be this one. I'll try on this one. I believe in you, Ian.
I don't, because it's been a while, I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
So-
So perfectly trust Ian. Always trust Ian. He's the
Always-
genius.
Always trust you know.
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this.
Oh?
After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Huh. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of Red Crypt. I pay my respects. That is, I make my rounds, about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
Not bloody ones, bitch.
I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away, however. A luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to be me. There ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Yep, is that the truth?
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall.
About the
About the
bloodstained...
bloodstained finger. Oh?
Oh, that is you, sorry.
About the bloodstained fingerprints?
Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of a crime.
Alright, what is this now?
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be in the same place as the bloodstained handprint. Better a touch with luck where my fingerprints was by chance. The blood stain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know that the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
Wait a minute, how the fuck
How
do you
will
know
you
that?
know that?
What the hell?
The witness explanation appears valid. Although, there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. That's my chance to prove it. Well... Oh, I meant to hit him on the last thing. How do you know that? How do you know that? Literally the question. I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
There was a bloodstain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found in Detective Gumshoe's logger.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Can't let him squirm out of this one, but to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to his crime. I mean, we see it in the... I think it's a video, because in the video we see him leave the jacket in the locker, right? Oh, it's not. Apparently that's not the case.
I'm thinking that might come up later.
Let's just save here so I don't lose too much health.
It might be also a case of just pressing on everything.
I'm gonna try it on this one as well.
Because this one is also kind of vague.
Nope.
No, my court point.
Not my court points. The chance of that happening is 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, I could argue the opposite. The chances are not that happening 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Did I already... Oh, I don't think I pressed on this. I think I just pressed on the last thing. Unrelated. They're as different as 9-day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, the other's type of murder. That's right. Although seemingly alike, they are totally different. You are...
Of course.
I don't see what hominins have to do with any of this. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine, and there's no mystery. Please explain. My lock is covered with my fingerprints. Just so happened. Oh well. That's because, how do you put it? Pay your respects, Wonder Woman? Yeah, that's right. Now one more thing. The locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That locker I used when I was a detective. And the locker I still use. All that's in there now, though. It's a heap of broken green. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Huh?
Huh.
Huh?
I mean, I get what he's saying, that he's literally unironically doesn't know about the fingerprint thing.
That seems
He straight up
unlikely.
didn't know.
I starting to get the picture, partner. In the picture, the seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. Security clear. So as long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
But it is, bitch.
I literally tried to get to this by presenting this evidence, but I guess we were supposed to just press everything.
Yeah.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Oh.
I mean,
Thought it was a bitch.
what do you mean by that? You want me to tie this to the crime? Isn't that right, partner? If so, my video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone's familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without ever being caught on tape.
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Bright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Court points.
My core points. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. And we're back to this.
Guessing it's just right at the end.
Do not like this.
Hate it.
And it goes back and forth so many fucking times.
Yeah, he docked, let the shit in the locker, and then got the fuck out.
Yeah. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon forget, Mr. Officer Marshall. Days are short in Texas. And so are our tempers. We just sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less. Very well. You can clearly see it in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit.
And you can't open it without fingerprints, bitch.
Yep. The white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't in there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order? Order! Well, hold your horses. Sorry, partner. But you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? It doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
He really doesn't understand.
Murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault when he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I was wanted man? Okay, he just legitimately doesn't know. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade. But you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I called your bluff. You say I opened the locker, now prove it.
Okay.
I guess it's just using the locker as proof, yeah.
Yep. Oh,
I guess... Oh, I accidentally inspected instead of...
yeah, I was like, why are we getting like a big ass up close?
a fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. I thought we got it wrong because the music didn't change.
Oh yeah, sometimes it does that.
The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. You know, some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Marshall being one of them.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No!
What the fuck? Motherfucker, like, oh god.
No! Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself. This is a joke. It's the worst one I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole! Please, answer the question. What is he now? A bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right, the only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. There we go. Officer Marshall was standing right here. No, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. That is literally what we've been talking about all along. Okay. Right, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up as Detective Goodman.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the scene of the crime. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
In the evidence room has been your card.
Hey, welcome back, Trix. Congratulations on finishing your commission. I took a sneak peek into the DMs and saw it. It looks really good. I'm sure Lily will be really happy about it. I wonder if she's seen it on stream. I hope so. Alright. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond?
A nipple or knife.
Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If a man has had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? He hasn't looked yet? Ah, that's a shame. It would be really funny to get her reaction live on stream, wouldn't it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer's simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on the ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I like that, but don't want to pressure to take. That's completely fair. That's completely fair. Although it would be funny to go in and go like, hey Lily, check DMs. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You got Crichton imagination, partner. You got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than... you're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you've hard evidence proving I'm dressing up as a victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who didn't take who couldn't take the desert heat. Ugh, this can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me.
Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box.
Thanks for the headpad tricks.
Yes. Hit pets.
I do like the headpads.
Yes.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Or rather, I should look for evidence that he came about. Or rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was open in the first place?
What do you mean?
There was no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime, and after the crime was committed, he opened his locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the victim had to open his locker. Oh my fucking god, please free me.
Oh, I know why. I don't know if you know, but I'm gonna see if you can figure it out.
It's because he got blood on the...
Yes.
Can you see that anyway?
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, you can see it there, yeah.
Because he stabbed, what is it, Meekins' hand or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, that's not what I meant to... Whatever. Alright, partner. You really want to know the reason I had to open my locker? Why? So I could stuff you in there. Huh? I'm sure the world would be a better place if you were sent off to the boneyard.
Unfortunately, unsolved cases can't be stored in the evidence room.
I'm an unsolved case? Something went wrong in that evidence room. That's why Marshall had to open the locker. The unexpected event itself is the reason. Better have another crack at this. According to the... Yeah, fine. We don't need a recap of this because I misclicked. They just don't turn off the music for this entire bit.
Oh,
Here we go again. Me.
a judge had an unexpected event. Is it because he ran into Meekins and like we have to show Meekins on the fucking floor after?
I don't think so. I think you're right.
It's like you literally did this and it
No.
didn't work.
I had the cursor down here, so it was actually pointing at.
Oh, okay. Let me.
For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room. Though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A pretty white coat. You couldn't just stand out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Not bad, partner. Probably the more right back.
Oh,
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated you. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
oh, why him?
2 years ago, if you were half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we?
Why are we all bullying Edgeworth again? What is this?
Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. Marshall's confession.
I don't feel like he's so fucking lying.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like them. I planned to take out the evidence. Wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So, the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. Guesses he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. That depends on what you hit with it, I suppose.
Like, did it hit a fucking vein or whatever? I don't get it. I had to do it that day. I could just let it die.
I did dress like him, as wasn't expected. Officer Meekins.
Do we have to figure out what it was that he wasn't gonna let it die or whatever?
Maybe, yeah. Well, the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me. And I'm not dead yet, partner.
Sorry. So you stole the evidence from the locker?
Actually, no, I didn't.
What? Why not?
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth, where's that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. Bruh, what in the world?
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related to the, in some way to this case. Better take another look at the files.
I think it's on this first thing, I think.
That might be it. I'm also just taking a look at this. They both exited before 5:15.
And they're saying whoever took the evidence came before them, so it's really that 7777777. There wasn't any murder. I mean, I can agree with the rest, but I'm thinking it's that first statement, so like we have to just say, oh, you didn't want to let this die, or whatever.
Maybe. Just press it and see what happens. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? Vessel 9, isn't it?
Years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with her transferal that day.
Not if you have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case lead detective can look through the evidence. I want to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. The case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance, that's why I... Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If it didn't make it to look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence. Which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident. So, that really was why Goodman was started filing out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The
Yeah.
ID card I found was left by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints unless you burn them like a certain someone.
True enough.
Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove was just happened to get stuck on the floor. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall.
So, wait, he's the 7? No, that can't be, because... Yeah, he can't be 7-7 because we literally have his ID and the number there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he could be using someone else's as well.
Bitch opened that shit first, before Edgeworth even got there.
He pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off. Let's just say I was a little surprised. Only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that time. Officer Meekins. Certainly a 1 in a million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to show his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his race this year.
Why do you get to decide that? When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why did he get to decide so many salaries and shit?
Anyway, he threw himself at me and I started cutting him slightly. I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. Me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one?
Oh.
I don't
Oh,
know
that's
what
gross.
to say.
Wait a minute, he's shaving with a fucking knife, he cut someone with it?
So
You know you can clean things, right?
That's so foul. That is
So you-
still foul.
You knocked
Sorry.
Officer Meekins out and managed to escape. I knew his area wouldn't be caught on camera. Right now I'm just trying to figure out what we are doing here. So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your code in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
Someone wasn't in that security room when I came out. The jig would have been up. I opened my lock and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing at the time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is on that day... Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
But salary cuts are either a valid solution. Alright, see you, Trix. Sleep well.
Bye, Trix.
Goodbye.
Sleep well.
Like I said, this isn't your case. This one's mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Oh, okay. That's new.
Okay, it's probably on this then.
But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That is the reason the evidence is stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everything involved here is related in some way to the other case. I better take a
Okay,
look at
no.
the files. We're definitely presenting the files on
Yeah, absolutely.
on this.
Thanks. Where'd it go? Oh my god, we have so much crap.
We have so much evidence. So this is why I write Neil Marshall,
Is it
one
like
of the
his
victims.
brother or something? That's sad.
It must be, right?
Now point to the exact page and paragraph of the
Yeah,
document.
that's
No.
why I looked. That's why I looked.
Use God, no.
Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here,
Yeah.
in a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh, that's why it comes up. That's why it's broke. I see.
He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hand. But what's his relationship with you? He was my
Oh.
brother. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then Deputy Chief of Police.
The hat down, that's kinda cute though.
Yes. The group of detectives I was part of worked under him. We were desperate to prosecute the killing. There we go. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That's the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. Case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
That's it. That's the reason for your insane actions.
There's more to my brother's death than the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now, we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened.
Not
Oh,
No, that's you.
okay. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At the exact same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Chance, it's got to be more than that. So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was a real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed a crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
it seems to me, this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one of Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Objection?
Yep. I rest my case. I mean, it's still not wrong. We haven't taken doubt off of her.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tape really was fake. But I didn't realize I would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant...
Oh.
Hold it. Well, okay. Sure.
Oh. Oh, she barged right in. Your Honor, wait.
Emma?
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor, in a sense.
No, not in any sense.
He's just tagging along.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's Phoenix's answer. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in the file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found in Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So, did you find something?
No.
Yep. Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad, I'm just a high school student.
Guys, let me stop the trial. I have nothing.
Please, let me stop it just to tell you that I didn't find anything. I'm just an attorney.
Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. We can't find something wrong with them. Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
What is wrong with it, though?
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if we can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with the handprint of Detective Gumshoe's data? Could be there's something I'm missing.
I have a theory, but because I don't remember this part, but there's something wrong, I think.
This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these plans. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood marks. Let's pray the defense isn't simply trying to bite. Very well, Mr. Red. All this evidence, but yeah, got to be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing on the floor plans?
Think to the video. What was? Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say what was very
it's
apparent.
actually the fucking blue patch, yeah, that's in the fucking way.
It's in the way of the fucking fingerprint, which is weird.
What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Please look at the floor plans on the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So, watch what happens when I put him here. Also, when did Marshall come back in? Did Emma just like hunt him off the stand and then he got back up there? But, huh?
It's weird.
This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, whoa.
That is problematic. Yeah.
It's in the foreground though of the camera, so there would still be space.
Not on the floor plans like he just put it on.
Yeah, but we got the camera footage. Like the fucking guy walks between the gap.
I guess does he? I guess so. I didn't.
I guess he hides behind that thing to dodge the camera. That's how we get past. That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing there, it would be impossible to place a handprint at the spot of a locker. Okay, I guess. What? I can't do that in an accent. What? What?
So the Dutch Blue Badger was there.
That means just exactly what does that mean? It means it can be done. So you're saying that prices were undeniably found in that locker. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think through it scientifically.
Emma.
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to do a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in? Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but the only possible explanation. February 21st, in the police department's evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on the tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, on which a trivial amount of blood.
There's absolutely space to walk there, unless the Blue Badger is fucking massive or something.
I can't. It's
kind of hard to tell, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to say.
To me, it looks like it's in the foreground.
To me, it looks like it. To me, it looks like you could go behind it too. The problem is the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown in this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first evidence incident occur? To summarize, defense claimed that prior to Judge Officer Meekins being caught by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in the evidence room. That's right, the blood marks on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us, when did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. So only one piece of evidence can show that. No then, will the defense please present as evidence? What shows when the first crime took place? What is this even related to? I mean, I suppose it's related to the murder in some way, but it just hasn't come up at all.
No, not yet.
I mean, I think it's this, right? Because someone
It's
came
the
in
only
before.
time where someone was like before everything.
Yeah, and it's the only thing that has a time on it. The crime took place inside the evidence room, and the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh, your ID card record. Officer Meekins brought the blue badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy.
Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
Huh. Hope you ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol blood test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 7777777. Talk about a lucky number. Oh wait, doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this as soon as possible. I accidentally clicked the wrong button.
That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present.
What? Explain yourself, son.
The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher rank. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Well, that's ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
In an official charge filed against an executive is accepted, if an official. An official charge? You're alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Slander, is it? Alright. Let me just ask you a question.
Yes?
No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 77777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. A certain incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. That trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Oh.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
actually.
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we...
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the trial, of a law. At least I did.
Lana?
I became a professional prosecutor in order to suppress the crime of the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. You two are just swapping places, huh?
Yeah, a lot of this is gonna start happening.
During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in the court? Can you look at me, an investigator of a crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But Lana...
Even if it involved forging evidence.
Oh... well...
Everyone's just, see? That's what I'm talking about.
No. No! Oh god.
Jesus. Order! Order! Order!
Did
Order!
a train just enter the courtroom?
Lana Smith-Mark caused us to stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day.
Right, surprise.
Wow! I never saw that coming.
Giant grumbles.
Wait. I give him a posture check. I am sitting quite fine. Don't worry. February 24th, 12 p.m. Writing Cola offices.
Hey girl. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bright. I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. It's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
No wonder Marshall was pissed or whatever, because it was like his fucking brother or whatever died.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know. I never knew that this online incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. The Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with these killings, Emma?
On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
So that means you.
Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming. I did. But, sure. Let's hear about it.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Joe Dark.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Take Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then,
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. When I saw that the permanent picture in my mind, I can still see it now.
Permanent picture.
I do remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
We weren't able to testify about that.
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why why she made up the crime.
Made it up, you mean provided bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known when he was given false evidence.
I guess this is why she looks up to Edgeworth, because he was a prosecutor on the case and she was a witness. And he, guess, seemed cool to the child.
I'm guessing that that's why the rumors of him forging were so early is because of this.
Maybe, yeah.
Even so, that's when it all started.
Oh,
The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, there you go. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
so it's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Or did you see the instant that the crime occurred?
Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Oh, Emma, you've been through so much.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago, you must have been 14. It's understandable.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I wanted to be able to fight crime with my testimonies, and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any.
I see.
That is sad.
I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's still something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor?
Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken him for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course, this happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
The detective office is in the questioning room right across from the elevator.
Why is my sound alert just not playing for me? I hope it's playing for everyone else. I saw the raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Faye. Thank you a ton. I have no idea why that's not playing for me. I hope everyone else heard it. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you managed to finish the game.
Hi, Faye and friends.
Okay, it's audible for you. That's good. give you the shout out. It's not beaten. Oh no.
Soon.
My condolences. Yeah, you need to sleep. It is very late for you. Please go to sleep. You are gonna get a shout out here. Hopefully it works as it should. Apparently it does not work as it should. Jesus Christ. Why? What is wrong with it? I spelled it wrong? I am so good. Yeah, I did. We try again.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Sorry, I am. There you go. No, that's completely fine, Faye.
Confessed to me first.
It's this clip.
And I don't remember it. I do not
Bye,
remember it
Faye.
at
Have a good
all,
rest.
Good night,
because
Faye.
Right after I had surgery,
Tricks clip?
like, I had to go under anesthesia, and one thing about anesthesia is it plays with your memory. So I don't have like any memory of it, and I was on multiple like super heavy
It is a long one. I
medications.
shortened
But
down
yeah,
clip length though, so it will probably cut off before the punchline, unfortunately.
that she loved me, and I have no recollection of it whatsoever. And I
But yeah,
asked her,
sleep
and I was
well,
like,
Trix,
"Did I
sleep
say
well,
I
Faye.
love you too?" She goes,
I'll talk
"Yes,
to you
but I
tomorrow."
assumed it was in a friend way."
Unfortunately, this is a bad timing for you to rate, because I am probably ending in like 5 minutes. Because we usually go around 3 hours. I was thinking we were just gonna finish up Emma here and then move on, but hey, at least we can redirect the raid somewhere else. Also, welcome everyone to the stream. We are playing Ace Attorney. We are on the DLC case of the first game. On the 3rd day of investigation. So we are nearing the end of this one as well. And we'll move on to the next game after then. That is definitely not happening today, but it will probably happen on Thursday. When we are back again with this. Also,
Another day of investigation into trial. Hell no. Be more than one stream.
we might make it. I'm not guaranteeing anything. Also, there will be streams all week. Because I have a week off and I want to stream. So there'll be Ori and the Will of the Wisps on the weekdays, and then in the weekend will be Little Nightmares, because it is October now. Anyway, let's finish up talking to Emma.
Yes.
And find out who we raid then. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
Oh, well, fair enough.
She was the best in the entire force.
Also, talk about meteoric rise. He became chief prosecutor in 2 years after being detective.
That is crazy.
That's nuts. What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Lana used to be a detective? I better have another talk with her. And to wrap up the stream, they're going to present you with the badge. Not inspected, sorry, presented. My Attorney's badge. That was in real wonderful. We have already seen this. Unfortunately, Caesar does not have the dialogue for it, but I felt like it was a good way to wrap up. Yeah, I am sorry to all the raiders. You get to be here for like 5 minutes and then I move you on, because I have been live for 3 hours now.
Just awkward timing.
Yeah, it is. But Faye also streamed very, very late.
But we appreciate the raiders nonetheless. Thank you for coming in.
Greatly appreciated. Hope any of you comes by another day when there's a little more time of the stream, and I hope you all had a great time in Faye stream. I did before this, at least. Thank you for the headbats here. Oh, we might do the stream that's ending raid into the stream that's ending raid. Let's fucking go. We are raiding Ice Dragon Lily. She is playing Darksiders. She has been off streaming for a little bit to try out stuff, and now she's back. So please say hi to her from me. She is a very nice girl, and I don't have much more to say. I already did all of the outro stuff, so I am just gonna do the thing and raid Lily. I hope you decide to stick along for the raid. I hope you decide to come by tomorrow at 10. And have a really nice day. See you around. Goodbye.
Bye.